they must, right? So, and they also use our labor as collateral to run that debt up too. And that's why it's important for us to stop working our jobs long enough to get from under the Internal Revenue Service, because that's the per diem contract that they under now. They couldn't get a new contract from anybody on earth, but all of the countries are in the same condition. The islands look like they are so far ahead of us because there's less people that they have to make informed. Right, so they talking to hundreds of thousands on the islands, up to maybe 2 or 3 million, depending on the size of the island. We talking to 300 and something million people, and all of them don't have a right to the land. Only the ones with the right to the land is the ones we trying to reach. You got some of them, right? They got to leave the world. They got to leave Earth. They can't stay here because they're not genetically tied to Earth. Right? And these are the chaff, when we separate the wheat from the chaff. Some of them born into our families, and some of them been switched out at birth to be put in our families, and to take the actual child and put it with one of their families to steal the birthright. You know, so we sit here watch what they doing. We know CPS is the largest child trafficking network in the world, right? They tied directly to UNICEF, which is the United Nations sub-organization. They tied to something called Evergreen, which is the Hillary Clinton child trafficking cargo shipments. And they were shipping hundreds of children at a time to royal families all over the world, you know, for molestation purposes, for adrenochrome harvesting, for organ harvesting. They was doing all that, melanin harvesting. But it ain't just melanated children. When you look at the milk boxes, you'll see that it's more than the melanated children. You know, then that's all tied in together in the same network. And it's going to require us to restore matriarchy, because only under the matriarchal form of government is the children the primary point of focus. Feminism, the women take places of the men in patriarchy. That's feminism. Patriarchy is what the man say go, fuck what the women feel. That's it. So we want to go back to the child-friendly environmental symbiosis that we had with the earth before we were invaded. That means that anything that doesn't work in harmony with nature, we're not going to be doing that here on earth.
Y'all got some good questions. All right. I had to screenshot the screen with the questions so I can type them up later. I'm gonna end with one more question.
Yeah, and if you and if you get more questions, we can do a follow-up later on.